Hello there, my name is Mr. Smart Donkey. Welcome back to another first round battle, round of 16 on the TWY YouTuber tournament. With me is officially Devin.
I'm joining you here for the Battle of Cobblestone
I love
for the
Cobblestone.
millionth time. For some reason, basically all the matches we've done have been called the Battle of Cobblestone.
It's
and
the same map again. Look at it in that
this
corner.
is the same map. This is the third time we've seen players use this particular map. It's very popular. I don't see why, because it's not even balanced. It's downhill.
It's not. Yeah, it's not balanced at
So
all.
Total
I mean,
Warzone has an advantage there.
I think the way Legend of Total War played it with I can't remember who he played, but they played it the other way around, where they were set up.
Yeah, in the round 2 battle.
Yeah.
Legend Total War went west-east.
You wouldn't have seen
so
this.
that was more fair. So yeah, there's even more of this battlefield coming. It's going to be good.
Anyway, so we're looking at Total Warzone versus Malakith Skadi. Total Warzone playing as the Caledonians, Malakith Skadi playing as the Alakmits. Now, there's one thing that has been said by some people, some contestants, and some generally just people overall. People say things, you know.
People in the street just kept saying it.
It's like I was walking, people were like,
couldn't get rid of
anyway,
them.
Is that it's the Caledonians are actually a faction we probably should have taken out as well because they have really cheap units apparently. So you can see that Total Warzone has got a lot of experience on his units because he just he didn't have like a more expensive units to go for, so he was left with a lot of money afterwards, and he had to spend it on experience, which generally isn't quite as good as just having a more elite unit. So I feel like we kind of gimped Total Warzone a little bit. That's something to say before the battle starts. Maybe he still wins it. We don't know. We do actually know, but we're going to say that we don't know.
Well, I don't know.
But you actually don't know. I know. But it is something that has to be said, is that the faction choice may have been a little poor, and that is something we'll keep in mind in case we do more Total War Attila tournaments in the future. But anyway, without any further ado, let's have a look at the unit. So, as you can see, one of the reasons, or one of the things you can notice, is that Total Warzone brought crossbows because they're obviously an expensive range unit, and that's probably because he just had a lot of money left and he couldn't like if he brought slingers, he would have had even more money left, and it's just kind of gets pointless. So he brought a bunch of crossbows. He brought a whole line of Caledonian axemen, which are probably going to do quite well actually, because it's just a fairly decent axe unit.
Yeah, they seem to be a fair match for all of Malakith's generic line infantry.
Yeah, exactly. It looks like Malakith's units actually, those Al-Rahrain, I'm sure that's the exact pronunciation.
Oh, definitely.
Look pretty like they have low armor and low melee defense. Generally, it's the
The interesting thing about these guys is if you go around to the end, he's brought in the noble version, and the noble version actually has less defense than the regular version. For some reason.
Yeah.
They have more armor, which I guess compensates, but it seems weird that they're actually worse in combat for a higher tier unit, but whatever.
That's kind of odd.
Mysterious. I guess the other thing to point out, which some of you may have noticed, is that they have deployed within range of each other. Both armies are in contact from the very start, thanks to that guerrilla deployment.
This is not because we watched the video for about a minute before we started. No, this is actually
this
the
is
guerrilla
the first
deployment.
2 seconds.
Yep,
already firing at each other.
Indeed. There's already arrows literally in the air, because I had to pause it and just like couldn't get it done in time, essentially. Just because, the guerrilla deployment that the Caledonians have. Anyway, so let me just finish off these units here. So we got Scaffas Teachers as well, which is wow, that looks like a pretty strong offensive unit. Only 80 men in that unit though, which is interesting. So it looks like half the unit size of a regular unit. He's got some Horse Whisperers.
Oh yes.
Very heavy spear infantry. And then he's got some Mormare Cavalry. I'm sure that's the exact pronunciation as well. Looks like that is all the units that we've got here. And the Celtic Warlord, of course, the general. Who doesn't bring a general, you know? That's how it works.
Good idea of bringing the general. Good pro tip. On the Mal side, pretty even looking army. A line of bows, generic desert bows, and then a line of the aforementioned unpronounceable infantry type, which is a generic sword infantry, tier 2 medium swords with these noble versions on the edge.
They're not as generic as you'd think, because if you zoom in on them, and also it says the excellent armor-piercing morale, they use maces.
Like flails like this. So they're not a sword unit.
Yeah, their stats lie a little. Well, they don't lie, it's just that their stats look low, but they're in fact quite, like the melee damage, I guess we could probably tell.
Interesting. So yeah, they have sort of normal-looking stats, but if they do armor-piercing damage as well, that
they
would
do
really
5 base damage and 20 armor-piercing damage, which is the highest I think you could probably get. I know axes do 16 and 16, I believe.
Very nice.
So the armor-piercing is really high, except that the Caledonian axemen, they have decent armor, but not like particularly amazing armor, so it doesn't really, it's not like the most useful in this particular situation.
Yeah, I guess so. Not too much armor to pierce. The idea is there. So anyway, so he's got that main line with the nobles on the edges, as we mentioned, which are a bit worse but a bit better. Both sides. It also has cav. Looks like it's heavy and shock. And yeah, same thing on both sides. Is this a perfectly symmetrical formation? Let me have a quick look.
It looks. Oh my god,
it's very close to perfection in terms of symmetry, I think, actually.
Oh, you're outdoing yourself today,
This is
sir.
good. This is the sort of ordered formation that we can all believe in. And then he has a third line of another sword unit called Sanai, or some other pronunciation, which is much better by the looks of it. Looks like they're a nice, all-round, excellent armor piercing and excellent armor. Delightful.
Use swords though.
So they'll do the job.
Peasant units.
Idiots. Fools. And until it's just tier 1 general. So it looks like things are going to get started right away with a skirmish engagement where Malakith looks like he's going to have the advantage.
Yes,
I think crossbowmen have the slow rate of fire.
Yeah.
They are going to lose just by being a more expensive unit. So I guess we should hit the button and see what happens. I guess both players are going to be scrambling here. Especially Mal, who probably didn't expect the army to be right there. He might not be in his desired formation yet, so we'll see. Let's hit the go button in 3, 2, 1, go. Right, start killing each other, man. Off. Death immediately. They did not expect this. I was just saying earlier, it doesn't necessarily make sense that the entire Caledonian army could infiltrate the battlefield to the point where they're just 30 meters in front of an entire army without being spotted yet.
Yeah, it does seem.
But alas, 'tis a game. So what's Mal gonna do? He is
on a desert area, though. Like
it's completely open ground. They got to there before Mal's troops realised what was going on. But oh well.
Wait, these guys aren't friendlies.
Where are they? I swear there was an enemy on this battlefield. Wait a minute, they're right there. What's that massive hissing sound and the sun suddenly going dark above me? Anyway, engagement beginning.
Cursors on any of these units. No one using any throwing weapons to start off the battle.
Just some mace on axe action, straight up. Who's going to win? Well, it's just numbers now. They're all just charged into each other's fronts. No flanking going on. Actually, that's Attila. Something's happened here. Looks like one of the Caledonian axe units has gone through one of Mal's units and hit the second line. Over there towards the left somehow.
Getting absolutely destroyed by those
He's going to go down. He's getting surrounded pretty badly now. So, cavalry action. Mal is going for the cavalry rear attack. Total War Zone keeping his cav in sort of reserve position.
On the on Total War Zone's left flank, the cavalry is about to hit.
They're smashing him there.
And yeah, it's like he didn't notice.
He got a rear charge, yeah. I guess Total War Zone didn't see it. It was probably microing the other side. Oh, and Mal getting a charge on the crossbows.
Oh my word! Just
goodbye.
That's one of the 80 unit men, and they just immediately got obliterated. It's
gone. Really? Oh no! Yes, he was trying to do a flank attack with his elite infantry, but getting cut down by the cav. Someone commented saying that basically cav are good against everything in Attila, and you should just bring all of them when playing online. It seems to be legit.
I've seen a lot of people saying that cav is indeed and like infantry is sort of support, and cavalry is just what you bring. Like you just bring cavalry, and infantry is just kind of there.
Total War Zone getting a nice rear charge on Mal's troops there, but that itself will now be rear charged by Mal's general. So some rear charge on rear charge action. Who's going to get more reared and more charged?
Find out next time.
Find out in the next episode of Killing for No Reason online.
Like kind of an odd motorcycle sound in the background there. Not sure why what that was doing on the battlefield here, but it happened.
There are a few time travelers on this battlefield observing the chaos of what is basically the battle line disappearing as every side just rear attacks each other. Total War Zone's attacking the archer line with axemen. I think Mal looks like he's kind of winning over here on the left. Let's see, he's taking down those teachers.
Definitely is saying currently.
The horse whisperers did some nice damage against those horses. He's getting them out of there. Their whispering was too deadly.
Have they got they got an excellent attack against cavalry, of course. Yeah, they would actually just demolish cavalry. Very tanky unit as well.
The rear attack by Mal's general did eventually work. He took down Total War Zone's cavalry, and this cavalry didn't break the infantry line. I didn't think that would happen that way. I thought Total War Zone would actually destroy their infantry. But what do I know?
You don't know Jack, sir.
There's some idle horse whisperers hanging out here on Total War Zone's left. They're looking at a cavalry engagement. Will they go and take part in it? Yes, they will. They are going in for it.
Right.
Probably a good choice.
That unit's just broken though, so if Malakith Skadi pays attention, he can just get that unit away from those horse whisperers, and there will not be any whispering today. In fact, he's moving a wide IE unit up behind the horse whisperers, perhaps thinking about charging it in the rear. Looks like it's just standing there. Maybe it was just hunting down a unit and just sort of ended up right there.
The crossbowmen are firing at that cavalry unit into its back. Not doing anything there. They're about to rout, actually. Mal's general surely in trouble here. He's been in combat for so long. How is he not dead? Don't understand.
Crossbow unit just got charged by Total War. No, by Malakith Skadi's.
Oh yeah, nice cavalry attack on those crossbows. Surely they're going to go right downtown. The Horse Whisperer's going down as well, being attacked by Mal's super high-end sword units. It's got to be the good counter.
Caledonian Axeman is literally getting shot by about 4 archers at the same time now.
Oh, that guy, yeah, he's loving it. So many archers.
Charge in there now.
I guess Total Warzone just didn't have the cavalry to deal with all these archers because they're surprisingly untouched. Just sitting there at the back, just hitting the melee.
He only had 2 cavalry units brought with him, and obviously they're going to be very easily taken out by the superior numbers of cavalry on Malakith Skadi's side. Looks like there's just 1 unit left now.
Yeah, it's totally turned. I think
very small unit of Scaffas teachers. So are they gonna? Do they think they can win this battle for him?
Oh, they can. This is just the beginning.
They're getting shot in the back. They're getting under berserking.
Lost his general there, which I didn't really expect. I was looking at it and saying how Mal's general was virtually dead. Total War's general was really high on troops, so they were fighting each other, and somehow Mal got away with it. He lost almost all of his general's unit, but not his general.
I'm not sure how this battle's going to go on for another minute, apparently.
There's a minute left in the fight. How are these Scatter's teachers? There's 3 men.
3 men, they're going to hold on.
Are they now going to win the battle? Is that what's happening here?
Oh my god, Total Warzone is making a comeback here with 3 Scaffas teachers.
Incredible comeback.
2 men remaining now.
Well, they're trying. You say men, there's at least 1 woman on the battlefield.
Is there actually?
Oh, I say there was. Her head just got chopped off.
Oh, well, that's very unfortunate for her.
Okay, so now there's 1 troop. How can he perform?
There he is. No, he's just...
I think that might be a woman as well, actually.
Oh, no, he's still here. Never mind. I was looking at the wrong person. Where is it? I can't even find who this person is.
Somewhere beneath all those cataphracts.
Is that...
They were lying on the floor for a while.
He's about to stand up. Yeah, he's about to stand up. It's a her. Yeah, you're right.
It is a her.
She's been, like, ridden... Like, oh,
there right. She died. There we go. Well, that was what we expected. A dramatic final minute.
That was a pretty heroic stand by that Scaffas teacher lady. She was teaching those men that she would not go down without a fight. But...
Exactly, but turned out to be the wrong lesson because she didn't achieve anything.
No.
Alas. So it's a Pyrrhic victory for Malakith.
Yeah.
I guess since we already pointed out that Total Warzone had a disadvantage, if he won, then he was definitely cheating.
Well,
Mal might have won this without cheating. It's hard to say.
I mean,
maybe he wasn't cheating.
You can never really be sure because cheating is always just around the corner.
Remember, his formation was almost perfect in terms of symmetry.
That helps a lot.
So it really predicted the victory there.
Yeah, I think.
Delicious.
To be fair, though, to Total Warzone, his formation wasn't all that unsymmetrical.
Yeah, it was pretty symmetrical as well. Actually, yeah, I mean, I didn't really think about that or pay much attention to it because I was so blinded by the symmetry on my side, but there was a lot of symmetry on both sides.
I mean, it's understandable because it was very symmetrical on Malakith Skadi's side, but yeah, I think credit where credit's due. So the Warzone's formation was fairly symmetrical.
Well done to both players. Your officially OCD friendly formations mean you both won in your own way.
Yeah, except to the Warzone, see you later, you're not coming back.
Except one of you actually lost according to this thing that's popped up here, so I don't know what that's about.
You've let me down as a fellow Dutchman. I'm very disappointed in you.
Oh no. Oh, Mal, you've done me proud as a fellow Englishman. Show those Dutch who's boss.
Anyway, that is the... One of the few... Yes, I was trying to say one of the last round 1 battles, but there's actually still 3 more to come, I think, because this one's going up on Monday. So never mind. There's still plenty of round 1 battles to go.
More round 1. Very close to round 2 now. We'll see the conclusions.
Oh, and we should say Malakith Skadi will be up against 1 of 2 people who are those people. Oh, Incoherenso or Dragonheart. We will find out tomorrow. That will be.
Let's look forward to tomorrow. I'll be there. It was in the past.
Yes. Until then, have a good day and goodbye.
See you then.